Well, you waited 12 years to get your revenge for the U.S. Open. Was it worth the wait?
Yeah, I just think it's so cool that we could play each other 12 years later. I was telling sort of my family earlier, it's like I want to get my revenge. Came out a little nervous today, which is, I think, pretty understandable. She's quite the legend of the game, and she was actually moving and hitting a lot better than I sort of expected. So yeah, just quite happy to get through that match and to have that win under my belt now.
So you were more nervous this time than you were the first time.
Yeah.
To what do you attribute that, other than the passage of time?
I guess when you're younger, like 19, you kind of just take it for granted. You just go through the motions of the sport a little bit. So transition from juniors to pro, and you kind of feels more natural. Whereas, especially coming back from retirement and playing, I know how much I want it and the motivations and everything behind, like me being on the court. So it's that much more meaningful, which means the nerves come into play a little bit. But I'm happy I was able to get through it and sort of calm down a little after that first set.
Yeah, it seemed at the end of the second set and the end of the third set that you were nodding positively. I know you were looking over at your coach. You were sort of slapping your thigh a little bit. Your body language got very determined, like, okay, I've got this. Is that a fair assessment of
Definitely. I like to think I'm a pretty resilient person, and I was trying to, like, it sounds a bit cliche, but I was just reflecting on a lot of things that I've gone through in my life, and I was like, okay, if you can do that, if you can get through this, just like find it within you, like it's not over. So
was that your self-talk?
Yeah.
During the match?
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. So that's a lot of where when I get discouraged and maybe I'm not necessarily playing my best tennis, that's where I try to find the grit, and that's sort of where my self-talk is. And I'm lucky that the coach in my box is a nice calming presence, and I have the support there because yeah, I really needed that.
It was not a pretty tennis match on either side. How do you get through that and not let it get to you, but when the errors start to pile up a little bit?
Yeah, I was quite frustrated with my level of play in that match. I'm sure she was as well. Just there were quite a lot of unforced errors from both sides, and quite hard to find the rhythm to get back in. So I was just trying to think about, okay, put one more ball in, you'll find your rhythm. Trying to get my feet moving a little bit more, like stuff like that, and just at least I knew I could rely on my serve a little bit. That was there from the start, and yeah, sometimes you gotta win ugly, like Brad Gilbert said. So
ultimately the result is the same. There are no style points in tennis.
Yeah.
Did you feel like you were playing yourself out there a little bit?
A little bit, of course. I mean, I felt like I was dictating most of the match. It was on my racket, and yeah, I felt once I was able to find my stride and my groove, I was doing a little bit better and it was going more my way. So yeah, that's why I wasn't getting too hard on myself for being down in that third set. Found a way to persevere.
What did she say to you at the net that got such a big smile on your face? That was probably the only time you guys smiled the whole time.
Absolutely. It was actually, she went for the traditional handshake like that, and I went for the more tennis style.
Yeah.
And it kind of came off awkward, and I was like, oh, I went for the wrong one. So you're kind of just chuckling about that. That's all that happened at the net. It was me kind of making an awkward moment with the handshake.
You're having a Rebecca moment?
Pretty standard, but yeah.
Great. Well, anyways, congratulations, and see you for the next one.
Yeah, thanks.